Hi, everybody, and welcome to our anticipated release series. This time, we're going to be talking about the games coming out in November. I am Mike, and I am here with two awesome people.
And I'm John.
That was
I get it. Yeah, that was the reason. We were planning for that for so long. The actual funny story is that me and Travis just found out like 3 minutes ago that our middle names are both John. Isn't that awesome?
And it's spelled exactly the same. And
Exactly
neither of them
the
are
same.
Jonathan.
And neither of them are Jonathan, exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah, and none of them have like a different spelling.
So,
It's just
moral of the
crazy.
story is John and me, John, are the same person.
Basically.
We have a new member of the dudes. His name's John.
Yeah, the new guy. He's half Nick, half Travis.
Yay! All right, cool.
But anyway, so this month was a bit interesting because there's a lot of games that are coming out, but a lot of them are remakes. We try to avoid kind of talking about remakes, so I think most of us have more original games, so there's a couple of exceptions. We'll get to that later. But outside of that, there's a lot of really cool games that we're excited for, and we're excited to talk about them. So who would like to go first?
All right, I will go first because I'm going to be touching on these two games just because I have one that I'm going to be talking about in depth. And the first one that I'm going to touch on that I'm kind of excited for, not completely excited for, is going to be I almost said Pokemon. No, sorry, Pokemon. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So for people who know about the Pokemon Sun and Moon games, if they know, I wasn't a huge fan of those games. But again, Ultra Sun and Moon is kind of doing another thing like Pokemon Black and White did. So kind of bringing in another or I guess he already kind of existed before. But Necrozma, and he's going to be having a role, and it's going to be kind of a different story, still in the setting of Pokemon Sun and Moon. So just touching on that. But one of them that I'm more excited for is going to be the Mario Party Top 100. Oh my gosh, I'm getting it. I don't care. Like, I'll find the money. I'll sell some stuff on the street. I'm getting that game. It's gonna be awesome. But those are the ones that I just want to touch on. I'll talk about a different one in more depth.
All right, sounds good. Do you want to go, Travis?
Sure. Okay, so both of my picks that I'll be touching upon are both things that I'm very excited for because they've been having games out lately that I've been disappointed on. So the first one I'll touch on because it's just an oh-so-dear franchise in my heart, and that's Battlefront 2. I am hoping holds their ground on what it looks like, because what I liked is Battlefront that came out sucked because it had nothing in it, and in order to have it have some sort of content, you had to pay a crap ton more money.
Oh, yeah.
And it still wasn't really anything there.
EA sucks.
But Battlefront 2 already has
sucks.
3 to 4 times more of everything. Characters, game modes, maps, etc. So that's already a plus. And that's also including the DLC of Battlefront.
Uh-huh.
So I'm super excited about that. And they're also putting split screen and a campaign mode again. So you actually don't have to do
campaign
online
mode will
stuff.
be nice.
Exactly, because I am one who enjoys playing campaigns and being like, I don't feel like getting camped out right now, so I'm just going to enjoy a nice story of this game.
Right.
So,
See, well, that's...
What were you saying, Mike?
I was going to say, that's the best part, I think, about this game is, like, before the original, the original new Battlefront, I guess, was, like, an online-only game that you have to pay extra for.
Right.
So I'm super glad. The campaign, like, totally solves that problem.
Uh-huh.
And the campaign sounds kind of cool because they said you play as the bad guy in it.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's going to be unique. So I'm super excited for
Yeah,
that.
because that was, like, one thing that I really liked about, like, Star Wars Battlefront 2, like, the old one, was, like, you got to... The clones started out as the good guys, but then they became the bad guys, so then you're kind of, like, both, which was kind of
Yeah.
fun. I did actually enjoy that.
Uh-huh.
So this one, it looks like it's going to kind of be the same thing where you're still the Empire, and then I don't know where the story's going to go from there. I haven't looked too far into that, but I'm super, super excited because it looks like they fixed all of the problems that Battlefront had, and I've also heard rumors that they were going to be adding more DLC stuff, but not have it actually cost extra.
Right.
Yeah, so...
If that's
so
true, that's incredible.
So I heard it from Jake. So Jake actually talks about that all the DLC is actually coming included with the game itself for Battlefront 2. And that's honestly probably for like the new trend of gamers with I say, for example, I guess we use I guess for like the current gamer in our group, I guess is Pat in a way. So like when I talk to Pat about these things, he's like, oh well, there's new DLC that came out for this game, that's how I have to go back and play this game now. So it's kind of smart that they're giving out free DLC, but personally it just is like they're releasing more of the game like later as it goes on.
Yeah.
So yes, the DLC will be free, which is nice, but at the same time, you're not really paying for like the extra space that's now going to have to be on like the hard drive of the PS4 or the PC that it's going to be coming on.
Well, the thing is like, especially with the Xbox and PC, you usually have to download it anyway in order to play it, so that extra space doesn't really matter.
Hey,
PS4
did we ever make a video about DLC?
No, we
it's on
said
the
we were
list.
going to, but we haven't done it
We
yet.
should.
Because I
Alright,
keep
how's
sarcastically
it?
saying how DLC is the savior to everything, and it really triggers Nick.
It does.
It
That's
does.
something we
It
should talk
really
about.
does.
The reason why I'm saying this, I'm just gonna say this really fast. Get it?
No,
get
no,
it
no,
done
no,
with.
no,
I'm just
no,
like,
save it for
I
the
don't.
next
I don't
video.
think
Save
that. I
it
don't
for
think
the
that it
next
should
Save
be.
it.
Save it for the video. Otherwise, they'll
I don't
spoil
think that
it.
it should be a trend for people to have to put more in the game for them to keep playing it. But whatever. Just keep going.
Well,
I have a theory on why that's a thing. We'll get into it in another time.
I
But
will say this though, on a different thing though, that split screen thing, it's probably something we should probably keep appreciating now because I feel like that's going to be going away soon with the trend of modern games as well.
Right.
That
Oh,
split
yeah.
screen thing, yeah. I feel like it's going to be going away very soon, but I'm hoping that it doesn't for a
well,
while.
because I know like Halo, I used to have a ton of Halo like LAN parties, split screen parties, whatever, with all my friends. And that now the graphics are just too high def for the Xbox to be able to process having multiple screens. So I do appreciate that they didn't go like super duper mega high graphics because quite frankly I barely tell the difference anyway once
Yeah.
it gets to a
I
certain
know-
point.
Well, a lot of game companies are really pushing for 4K nowadays, so
Yeah.
like it's especially for like developers, like it's really putting a stress on them in that way. But I guess that's going on a little down the topic. We're still talking about anticipated games though, so
Yes, we are.
yeah.
So basically
Mike,
Not
you
get
want-
too
the
off track.
notes, the bullet points is I'm happy that they went back to their older ways, and that'll also be my comment for my other game. And I'm super excited that you don't have to pay for an actual game in terms of more money on top of what you already spent.
For sure.
all right,
Yeah.
all right.
All right, so I will do mine. So this one, Nick kind of already mentioned, even though I told him I wanted to do it for one of mine, but whatever. It's fine.
Haha.
And
Sucks
it's
to be Mike.
It's the, shut up, Nick. It's not funny. No, it's the Mario Party Top 100 that he kind of touched on. I figure I could talk about it a little bit more, though. I'm super
Absolutely.
excited for this because, as you know, and you've probably seen on our channel, we like Mario Party. All of us do. I own.
There is no evidence that I enjoy Mario Party on
Yeah,
our
you know,
channel.
the fact that all of us combined own every single Mario Party game means nothing at all.
I only own
like-
2 of them though, so it's okay.
Hey, but you know, that's 2 of them that we need.
I own like 8.
I own, I own them I own all except N64, and I know Nick has the N64 ones.
And the Game Boy and DS ones.
Yeah, but those don't count. Those are bad. Whatever. That's not the.
Those are
They-
okay.
they all
Those
count.
aren't that bad.
They all
Game Boy
count.
one's bad. Game Boy
Game
one's
Boy
bad.
one's bad. Yes, I'll give you that.
The
Go.
DS ones aren't
Keep
too
going.
bad. But okay, so this one isn't like a typical Mario Party where like it's not like all new mini games with like boards and extra modes. This one is just the top 100 mini games, which is awesome because some games have good mini games and some games have bad ones. But like across the board, Mario Party is so good at mini games, and each of them have like their own special mini games, and so it'll be really cool like seeing them put all of those mini games into one. Because I'm already like going in my head like what some of my favorite mini games are, and I haven't seen. I don't know if they have a list yet already of like the 100 mini games that are going to be in it. I'm assuming they'd wait, but I'm really curious to see what some of them are. That's something I could probably talk about forever, but I'm going to try to avoid doing that. But there's so many like really cool ones, and I'm curious how they're gonna do it, especially from like Mario Party 8, because some of them have like those motion controls, and I'm curious, you know, like the Shake It from Mario Party 8. I don't know if that would be on there, but I'm curious how that would work with the DS, unless you're supposed to violently shake it. But I'm really curious how they're gonna like translate some of the controller games onto like a 3DS. But I'm sure they'll figure it out, and I'm super excited to see what mini games get picked.
Well, the one
Hey, Mike.
from the very first one where you have to spin the stick in a circle and get a blister on your hand,
I'm gonna
that
destroy the.
has to be on it because that's my favorite
Oh,
game.
absolutely.
That has to be on it because of the fact that, first of all, it's not going to hurt that much anymore because there's not going to be a hard plastic thing that you're rolling it against.
That's
but
true.
They also can't forget about the best minigame ever, Chip Shot Challenge, right, Mike?
That won't be there. Nope.
That will
Nope.
absolutely be on there.
If
we'll
it
take
is,
a
I'm
bet
gonna
right
burn
now.
the
How much
disc.
you want to bet it's going to be on there?
If it is,
Or else
I'm
not
going
gonna be on
to
there.
throw
All
the
the
game
money
away.
in my wallet right now.
$0. Let's bet. Let's bet.
Yeah, deal. I like it.
I have a penny or something. No, I don't. That's sad.
Oh, well. There that goes. It was a good
Okay.
try.
Well, anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, that's super cool. I guess I'll go into my next one as well. So, the one that I want to be talking about in depth more is Sonic Forces. And for those of you who know me, I have been a huge fan of Sonic ever since the first games have come out.
Sonic
And
Boom.
it's kind of that one's the best. That one's the best of them all. It's just the best one. But anyway, so like I talked about Sonic Mania when it came out, and like the fact that again, like Christian Whitehead has been like one of the people that have been like in the movement. The people who made like the fan-made Sonic games were like instrumental in like creating like Sonic Mania, as basically going back to like the old school Sega games like Sonic CD, Sonic 2, Sonic and Knuckles, all of those. And I was super excited to see that. And Sonic Forces is kind of trying to follow the way of like Sonic Generations did in the way of playing. But what's different about Sonic Forces is you get to create your own avatar, which that is one of the weirdest situations that I would never think to see in a Sonic game. And all I'm thinking of, how the hell is it gonna bring in a new audience to the Sonic franchise? I don't know. I'm still excited for it, but it's gonna be very interesting not playing as, say, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, whoever. Or maybe even if we're talking like DS games like Blaze the Cat, but we're going to be talking about playing as your own avatar that you make, and you basically turn yourself into a furry. I don't know. I want to see how it turns out. I'm excited.
So I can create myself as any form of like Shadow Sonic I want.
Hey, and
to an
what's cool about it
extent,
is it's
yeah.
not just Sonic. You know, because there's like,
I can
I'm
be
looking at
Amy
the list
too.
here, and you can be a bear, a bird, you can be cat, dog, hedgehog, rainbow, rabbit, or wolf. Yeah.
Wait, can
My
I be
favorite animal,
Ezio, the
rainbow.
rhino, or the how many
He's
other
a scorpion,
animals?
man.
Scorpion.
No,
Chameleon.
you
Sorry,
can
chameleon.
You can be Espio the bear, and that's pretty close.
I mean, he was every animal, so.
He was every
True,
animal.
he was
though,
for a while.
honestly.
That is very true.
But yeah, so I'm really excited for that. Honestly, I'm actually kind of interested to see if that generates some new people coming into the game for that, because like again, I kind of liked more of the 3D that kind of went with Sonic Adventure 2, but I can understand if they're moving away from it. So I'm still okay with the way that those games are going. Like, I was still a huge fan of Sonic Generations. I'm pretty sure Mike remembers one of the times when we met, I looked through some of the games, I'm like, oh, Sonic Generations, I really want to play it. And he's like, alright, fine. And so I
Right.
literally played it in his room, never spoke a word to him, and I was just staring at the screen in awe. I was just like, I love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
Well, no, it is because in this game, what's cool about it is it looks kind of like because you already mentioned how it looks a lot like Sonic Generations, but it also looks a lot like
Yeah.
Sonic Colors, because they're even using, I believe,
Yeah.
those alien creatures again. I never played Sonic Colors, so I don't know too
The
much
Wisps.
about it.
The Wisps.
The Wisp,
No,
yeah.
I played it.
And so I think that's super cool because that was the one 3D Sonic game they really got right, you know? Like,
Oh, yeah.
every
Well,
other
it's
Sonic
kinda-
game is so controversial, but that one was good. So I'm glad they're, like, taken from that one.
Oh yeah, Sonic Colors was really good, and I know some people don't like the Havoc engine, but I'm okay. I don't really mind it necessarily. Like, I still liked it for Sonic Colors, and like the Sonic levels in Sonic Unleashed were still good with it. Like, again, it's crazy to say somebody's saying something good about Sonic Unleashed, but I thought it was good for the Sonic Unleashed levels like that. But
Yeah.
but overall, it's a different kind of 3D kind of Sonic mechanic, so it's gonna be different.
I don't blame the engine. I blame they didn't use the engine properly, I think is more what it is.
I could
So,
see that.
The Havoc
Probably.
engine, I think, is fine. But
Yeah.
yeah, it does look good. I'm skeptical, but I'm hopeful because Sonic has had lots of high expectations and let us down. The good thing about this is they didn't rush it. Every other game they
Yeah.
seem to rush, but this one they took their time on to make it right.
I don't
and
know
I
what
think
you're
that's
talking
gonna be a
about.
huge difference, right?
All
like
Sonic,
Sonic Boom
products
was rushed.
are complete.
It's oh, absolutely. They meant to have those glitches. That's a part of the game.
That's a feature, man. Don't you know that?
Yeah, you're supposed to like it.
Oh well. Either way, let's move on from Sonic Forces.
Okay.
We're excited.
So I'll move on to my other game, and like I said, I'm glad it's going back to its old ways, and it will be Call of Duty World War II. Woo!
Yay!
Yeah, I love shooting games.
I know you hate everything that's not Nintendo, but
I only hate things that Travis likes. I will be the cooler John in this group. Actually, I like those.
Okay. At least we got one thing in common, and our name.
There you go.
So I'm super excited because I has one who was addicted to Call of Duty for a while, and then they kept like going a little more and more futuristic and like adding weird perks that I didn't like, to the point where you're jetpacking over buildings all the time, constantly running on the damn wall, which it triggers me. It really triggers me every time I see it, because it's just something I'm not used to. But this one, it looks like, because I mean it's World War II, so they're gonna be the same old guns that you're used to playing from probably World at War. I'm assuming it's gonna be nothing crazy. Maybe they'll add a ray gun or two, but I mean that's fine. And I haven't been paying too much attention, but it doesn't look like you have the mega boosting diving crap that got so out of hand, because it's to the point where I was playing like the Black Ops 3 or whatever hell one there was before Infinite Warfare. I haven't even played that one at all, but you would just see people, if they weren't running on the wall shooting you, they were like power sliding across the entire ground, because it was super fast to do that, and it just looked so stupid. Because you're still shooting and everything during it, too.
It's like parkour crap, man.
But except you look stupid is the difference.
It looks so
stupid
dumb,
crap.
and it's just like moving super fast. I'm like, this is just too much for me.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Well, because I was even thinking, I played Infinite Warfare. Like, yeah, I beat the game, and I didn't like it very much. But it bothered me because, like, there are enemies that, like, had health bars and stuff, because they were, like, stronger because they're robots. And, like, the grenades, and the same with Advanced Warfare, that would, like, fly and, like, direct themselves toward the enemy. And the whole time I'm like, I just miss throwing a grenade that hits the floor. And I just miss everyone having the same health. Like, it just got so out of it. It became, like, a Halo game,
Yeah.
And which was so lame. So I'm really glad, too, that they're going back. And
dissing on Travis's Halo after that, damn.
Right? And they have a little feminist. No, I'm not dissing Halo, but Call of Duty should stay in its lane.
Right, it's one of those things like, every single Halo person has, like, their thing, so it's fine, you get it. But Call of Duty, they all look exactly the same, but you have no idea whether or not they actually, like, secretly have armor and Juggernaut and a bunch of other shit that...
Exactly, which was so lame.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So yeah, I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to get this. And if you like feminist power, this game has female soldiers in World War II, which isn't the most historically accurate, but it'll be really cool. So...
That's cool.
I think that's cool.
Do I get to hear them, like, scream in pain that doesn't really sound like they're in that much pain?
Yeah, it's more like sexual.
Right.
Like Tomb Raider. I
hope
not.
Like every game. Every game that they get hurt, it doesn't sound like they're getting hurt.
It doesn't. Yeah, hopefully they do a better
Travis.
job.
Okay,
hey,
you close your eyes while playing any sort of fighter against a female character and tell me it doesn't sound like you're actually, like, watching a porno.
It's true.
Ah!
Oh, yeah.
That's literally what it sounds like. It's just like, ah!
Yeah. It's bad.
Some kind of screaming. Yeah, no, it's, like, over-sexualized at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. But, okay, so I will do my game now. And I'll try to make it fast because I know we're kind of running low on time.
Yeah,
mine is Skyrim.
My fault.
Hey, we talked about the big ones. My last one isn't too big because this is a game that's been re-released like 20 different times, and that's Skyrim. But the reason I want to talk about it is because it's coming out for virtual reality, and I think that is amazing to me. Because if there's one game world, we already made a video about that, but that I would want to go into, Skyrim would be one of them. Because it's so immersive to go back into that sort of medieval time with swords and shields and dragons and stuff. And no virtual reality game has ever tried to get that in depth. And so I think it's perfect to try to test it with Skyrim. I have heard that people that did it said it did feel a little bit strange. I haven't done it, obviously, so I'm not sure. They said it was a little bit uncomfortable. I think probably just because of how big it is, and I know you can get dizzy pretty easily. But I think just the fact that they're trying it is really, really cool. Because this technology is still new. And so I think the more bigger games like that try to use it, I think the better it's going to get. Because...
Oh, yeah.
like Tomb Raider did a little thing with it, and that they did it awful. That one was it made you so dizzy because the way it like turns you in it was just awful. So if Skyrim can do a good job with that, because Resident Evil 7 did a great job, where like the way they turn you. I'm not gonna get super in depth because that's not what this is about. But the way they did it, you don't feel super dizzy or anything like that. If Skyrim does that, oh my god, I'm going to be playing that for like 10 hours a day. Like, I won't be living in America anymore. I'm going to be living in the world of Skyrim, which shows how sad my life is, huh?
No, didn't you choose the Skyrim world?
I did. I rejected the life of an American. I'm now a Skyrim man.
Respect.
So that's me now. But yeah, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, especially because I know a lot of people don't have virtual reality. But I'm really looking at this because this could be like a difference maker for virtual reality.
Oh,
if this works, a lot of big companies could start to go down this route, and I really hope they do.
All right, cool.
Yep, so those are our 6 games. Like I said, there's a lot of other remakes coming out that we didn't really talk about as much. So I'm sure some of you are probably going to buy some of those remakes or some of the games we mentioned. If those are games, or if there are any games that you plan on buying, let us know. Because it's always fun to hear what games that other people are going to buy and stuff. So yeah, does anyone else have anything they want to say?
Nope.
I wish everything was free so I can afford all these games.
Dude, seriously. I totally get that.
Insert Nick Trigger here.
DLC is best.
My name's John. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's right, John. I'm sorry, John.
Wow.
No problem, John.
That joke was 21 minutes ago.
Bye.
Maybe.
Bye.
Bye.